Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And this is more important now for the Black American family than ever before, that we love each other and that we try the best we can to get on one accord, because things will come at us from every different direction, sometimes totally unexpected. So I'm saying there is a case for minding your Black American business. Let me give you an example of what I mean. My husband worked for the Department of Labor for many years. There is a culture in working for the United States government that any law or rule that has come down from the Congress or the President or the Supreme Court, they're going to enforce those rules in those government agencies and offices to the best of their ability. So in the United States of America, you don't get to harass people on your job. Even if you do that in Nigeria or Ghana or wherever you do it in Africa, you have to leave those behaviors in the place that you came from. Don't bring them here. So what happened to my husband in his office, and this was an African immigrant, got a job in the department that my husband worked in. My husband is an accountant. So this African guy came into the office and he was harassing the women in the office. And those women were coming to him and telling him about how he was behaving. So my husband and some other Black guys, they thought they saw him as being Black. They saw this is an African guy. He doesn't understand the culture. So we're going to just, put him on game, as they say. So they went out to lunch with him and they told him that you cannot harass women in the United States. We have laws against that. Well, that went in one ear and out the other. So we have been told, and I'm not sure how true this is, but we have been told that some of these Black immigrants think that the rules that apply to us don't apply to them. That they can just use whatever rules they had back wherever they came from. Or maybe they think they can do what white people can do. And if they think that, then they really aren't smart, because white men in America get sued for that all the time and have to pay out big money. But anyway, he didn't value what they said to him at all. So my husband said first they suspended him. He had to go on some kind of suspension or leave or whatever they call it, because women had filed complaints against him. So he had to go out on leave. So when he came back, they tried to warn him again. You have to be really careful, because we have laws against that and they will be enforced. My husband said he went right on back doing the same thing he had been doing before, harassing women. And so the second time around, the white folk walked him out. So once they walk you out, that's it. You don't get to come back. And so when I say you just need to mind your Black American business, they bring their tribalistic mentality with them, many of them, and they believe that how they do things is the right way. They are right. Everybody else is wrong. Even in the United States of America, they think they're smarter than everybody, even though they weren't smart enough to build up their own country. But they can be very rude and they can be very disrespectful. So if you are working in an office with them, don't try to correct them. Don't try to give them any kind of heads up about anything. Let them go on their way. If they are rude to you or disrespectful to you or do something that's against the company guidelines, write them up. Write down everything they do. Take it to personnel or human resources. Now that's how I believe you have to handle it, because they can be very disrespectful and you don't deserve that. Just like that situation in Columbus, Ohio with that African doctor. She thought that she could go off on a rant and use abusive language and racist language, derogatory language, towards patients in a clinic. I was listening to a content creator today who said that she made her license inactive. Now, the question is, why? Why would you make your license inactive? So I Googled the question, why would a nurse make her license inactive? So the first thing it said was choosing not to renew it. A nurse may make her license inactive by choosing not to renew it. This results from communication from the nurse to the Board of Licensure. An inactive license means that the fees have been paid, but the required continuing education has not been met. Practice as a registered nurse is not permitted with an inactive license. So here we have a so-called nurse in a viral video abusing patients, because there's no other way to put it, even though the patients were out of order too. But she's the professional. But anyway, here she is in a viral video, and the next thing we know, she's made her license inactive. And you don't just do that for no reason. You either don't pay for the license, or you can't get your license renewed because you haven't completed the required educational courses to have your license renewed. Now, we have to add this, since she's going to go off on her rant, then I'm going to just add something to this. There is a real problem in the United States with African nurses with fake diplomas, with fake certificates. So I'm not saying hers is fake. I wouldn't say that. But I'm saying it is quite a coincidence that she would go inactive with her license after she has gone viral in a video, because there were bound to be people that were going to report her to the board, to the Nurses Board of Certification, to try to pull her certificate. So rather than have your certificate pulled, you might just become inactive yourself. And I'm not sure how she did that, but in order to reactivate your license, you got to go through the same process you went through to get certified in the first place. So back to what I'm saying, Black Americans do not have to try to take these people on, and don't embarrass yourself dealing with them. Let the system deal with them. Mind your Black American business. Now, let me know what you think about this, because this problem is only going to get worse if Black Americans are not observant and not prepared to be proactive when dealing with this kind of personality. Okay, y'all, thank you for listening. Let me know what you think about the video, and have a good evening.